Today we're gonna see if I can draw NBA players as their nicknames. So I got a stacked lineup of nicknames and I'm gonna choose which ones to include and draw in this video, but make sure y'all stay tuned to see which art styles I use for each, and I'm gonna be trying out some new art supplies that I just purchased, so kick back and relax and let's get started with the first nickname I got on the list. So you can see what we gotta handle first. Now, I'm gonna be honest. When I think of an assassin, my first initial thoughts go to John Wick or the Assassin's Creed video games. And this time around, you know, I'm on my gamer vibes a little bit, so I'm gonna draw Curry like he's in the Assassin's Creed video game. And I know this is kind of an obvious flip, but you know, if I execute this right, I think it can look nice, so let me lock in for this. But I'm sure that some of y'all are probably aware of this. I've drawn Curry like a lot, like in different styles on my channel a lot in the past. But you know, you can't blame me because he's always being requested in the comments. But, you know, this time is unique because I never attempted this like assassin look. Now, earlier on in this process, I did have to bring out my iPad, hop on Procreate, and you know, do some early rough thumbnail sketches just to give myself a general idea or direction where I wanted to go towards with this. But you can see the transition from rough sketch to the cleaned up version on paper. But enough with the games, man. As I said earlier, I got some new markers I gotta test out, the Windsor and Newton Pro markers. So let's say, you gotta see how they look in action. You know, okay, now I like how the skin tone markers are looking right now on the paper. You know, just initial thoughts, but it has been a minute since I tested new art supplies. And you know, speaking of testing, you can test out that sub button to see if it works too, like when you click it, you know, make sure it's functioning right. But let me say this, I'm editing right now, but listen, I did end up restarting this entire first drawing to let y'all know. Now, it was not looking like Curry enough for me. Let me go back into it. These were the last details I added to the bad version, my first attempt, but let me just show y'all the reveal of the good version, my second attempt. I was much happier with how this one came out. This version of Curry is dropping 70. Now get situated, because we gotta lock in for this second one because this is honestly probably the most requested nickname I had in a while, you know, just going by the comments. And you know, I can't lie, Joker is a cool nickname, but I'm gonna be honest, man, I do have an issue with Joker in the Nuggets, and I'll explain that in a second. Bringing the bread for the fam, everything good on the side. And listen, my issue is in my last nickname video I made, you know, which I felt like has some of my best drawings, by the way. But anyway, in that video, I made my early playoff predictions and I had the Lakers beating the Nuggets. I had them winning that series, beating Joker, of course, but that didn't happen. And not only that, but it ruined my entire bracket because I had the Lakers winning the whole thing, you know, so my entire bracket is done. You know, that was tough. That was tough. But back to the art, man. I'm sure y'all figured out by now, I'm gonna try to depict him as the Joker, like the Batman villain. So I attempted to go for a comic book art style because of that. And I'm a little worried about it too because it has been a while since I used or attempted the comic book art style in these type of videos. And I'm just lightly coloring in the skin tone and everything because, you know, this is the Joker, so his face is gonna be completely covered in like the white paint. And I did make a huge blunder when I started adding in the face paint. I tried to record it, but look at this angle. You can't even see what's going on. That was my fault. I didn't position the camera right. But I did get some good angles here, adding in the Joker, you know, the Joker details. This is the fun part, honestly, just adding this in. But let me get these very last details and show y'all. So you can see we got the Joker complete. Now, the next one is another highly requested nickname. Now we gotta go into high gear right off the bat for this one, Anthony Edwards. Now, since this is Ant-Man, I'm gonna draw him as, you know, I know it's not the most creative, but it's Ant-Man, you know, the superhero from Marvel. So I'm gonna sketch that helmet on him, but still have him wearing his jersey. Let me just go in here and erase some of these like extra rough sketch marks around him. But I forgot to mention, I am going for a toony art style. Have this look more toonish. So the inking is gonna be very crucial. I want some bold, thick, nice ink lines on it. I guess I could have been more creative, and you can see the inking right here, but maybe I could have drawn him like super small, like draw him super tiny and maybe have him running on the shoulders of Joker or Curry. I might have missed my opportunity to do that. As I always remind you though in these videos, I still do have that ever-growing list of nicknames I'm adding for future videos, and there's a lot of nicknames I gotta get to eventually. You know, there's a lot I gotta get to, I've been saying, so there's gonna be a lot more entries in this series. I also been trying to make digital versions of some of the older nicknames I made in previous videos. That was Emo Jimmy. Now I honestly had the most trouble with this one, aside from having to restart the first Curry. Actually, that one was the hardest, but this one too gave me problems. I had to take a couple breaks midway. I went to get some coffee, get my mind off of that drawing. I was having a little bit of trouble. Instead of just pushing through when I get frustrated, sometimes, you know, I'll relax and take a break, then come back. But it was mainly that helmet that was giving me issues. I'm not used to drawing or coloring stuff like that, so felt like I was drawing a Transformer. But I was still happy with how this one turned out, and now we can move on to the next one. So right here, I transferred one of my Anthony Davis drawings on this paper, and I'm gonna just adjust it to suit the nickname a little bit more, if you know what I mean. You know, I got his eyebrows looking like a batarang right now. You know, Anthony Davis might try to fight me if he ever sees this. As I said earlier in the video, my bracket was busted, predictions were wrong, but my new prediction is the Nuggets are gonna win it all. You know, if that doesn't happen, I don't know what to tell you. Don't listen to me ever. Let me add some more details to the sketch part of this, but you know, you can see the general idea of what I'm going for. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm looking at this paper here, and this Anthony Davis drawing took up a little bit more space than I thought it would. The same thing with the Curry, the first one, took up a little bit more space. I don't know if I can fit in another nickname. This was supposed to be five players, but I'd really have to like squeeze another one in. You know, there's not much room. So I think I'm gonna have to call it here, but let me get these details in on the brow, and I'm gonna show you the reveal, but before that happens, please make sure to subscribe. Yeah, feel like I'm at the tippy top of my game, looking down at the rafters. I had to sun these boys. Hey, you can see all the nicknames together right here. Hey, I had a lot of fun making this. Let me know which one came out the best. I gotta go with Curry personally, to me, but let me know what you want to see in the future too. I also drew more nicknames in these videos right here, so you can check them out. But thank you guys for watching. New videos coming soon, so please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm out.
Yeah. So baby, you gonna need some patience. I already won. Now I'm